Hello everyone, my name is Greg. In this video, I am going to talk about the idea of judging God. Because this is something that I get periodically from Christians that want to display how really dumb they are. They will try telling me you can't judge God. What they fail to realize is that they're saying anything regarding God, Jesus, Christianity, aliens, afterlife. You're judging it. You're making a judgment about it. But I'm going to first give you the definition of judge, because this is something that clearly the Christians need to learn how to crack a dictionary. And this is coming from Webster's. The link will be below for those that want to check this. But judge, number one, to form an opinion about through careful weighing of evidence and testing of premises. Number two, to sit in judgment on. It has try. Number three, to determine or pronounce after inquiry and deliberation. Number four, govern or rule used of a Hebrew tribal leader. 5. To form an estimate or evaluation of, especially to form a negative opinion about. Shouldn't judge him because of his accent. Number 6. To hold as an opinion. Guess, think. I judge she knew what she was doing. And under those those are as a transitive verb. As an intransitive verb, to form an opinion is number 1. Number 2, to decide as a judge. The thing is, we all make judgments and judge things every single day. It is not a matter of you can't judge this or that. People make judgments about whether or not to watch my videos. You judge whether or not you agree with what I'm saying or not. You judge all the time. It's not a matter of you can't, to use the term judge. In order to have an opinion on something, you have to judge it. Because without judging it, you have no opinion at all. So anyone that says that you can't judge God, neither can you, then you can't have an opinion on it. You can't think of the God at all. You have to just totally ignore it. You can't have an opinion on it. You can't consider it at all. And in that, you're not a Christian. You're more in line with the atheists, but the thing is, the atheist community wouldn't want you if you're so stupid as to not know. You judge things all the time. Everyone does. We all make judgments. It's not a matter of... What they're really saying is you can't have a negative opinion of. And then to that I say, screw you. You don't have the right to tell me what thoughts I can have. That's coming down to a core issue with Christians. You guys want to control what others think. In that regard, you're very much like Hitler. If somebody doesn't think like you, you're right in line with them being tortured because they didn't think like you. You might as well go Sieg Heil to your God. Goose step to your Jesus. Why don't you guys do that? Seek Jesus. You won't do that. Because then the world would see you for what you really are. But you don't want to do that. You want to put on this pretend face of how you're about love and peace when your message is about fear and hate. It's not about love. There is nothing loving in torturing those that aren't a mirror of you. And yes, I am making a judgment about that. I am coming to an opinion about that. Because I have considered the points of view on it and considered to use the term, evidence. And I have judged that it is evil because it is hurtful to others. The reasons why I have made the judgment that I have can be questioned, but the fact that I've judged it and have come to a conclusion about it, you do not have the right to tell me that I can't have an opinion about something, that I can't examine something. Screw you. You don't have that right. You want to form your positive opinion about it, but you don't want negative opinions about it. That's because you know your position is so weak that it can't stand against opposition. After all, the Christian Bible's all about, the Jesus character was all about, think what I tell you or be tortured. It's not about love. It's not about mercy. It's not about doing what is right or doing what is good. It's all about think what I tell you. And that is Hitler-like. That, to use other terms, it's New World Order-like. A lot of these Christians want to babble about how a one world government is a bad thing. About how a dictatorship would be a bad thing. But yet their God is a dictator. Their idea of heaven, at least what is in their Bible, is their God is an iron-fisted dictator. You do what the God says. Anything that you do that the God doesn't like or doesn't agree with, that's sin. Because anything that is not in line with the will of God is a sin. Free will is a sin. Your ability to make a choice, your God can't stand, because it doesn't want people that are able to make a choice. It wants drones. I'm sorry, I'm not a Borg. I'm not going to go along with drones. I don't want drones as followers. Like I said, I'm not a Borg. I'm not interested in mindless followers. It's not what I'm about. I like those that think for themselves, that make their own conclusions, that judge things and determine based on evidence. It doesn't matter if in their judging something that they judge it in a way that they don't agree with me. Okay, fine. In a sense, explain to me why. Be able to discuss it. Because maybe you can change my position. Maybe the facts that you could present could cause me to look at the position I have in a different light. But you can't do that if all you have is, you have to think like me or be tortured. Fuck you. Threatening me is not going to work. Even if you could prove your Jesus exists, the moment you make a threat at me, you lose. The moment you threaten me, my girlfriend, anyone that I love, any of my friends even, any other person, I could go so far as to say that, you lose. Because the moment you have to resort to threats, you're showing you have nothing. You're no different than a Hitler. You might as well go seek Jesus. At least then, the world would see you for what you really are. This is Greg.